Hello and welcome back. I'm Sue. I help people become professional dog walkers and professional dog walkers hire if they want to do so. All right, so in this video, I have a whole new plan for you. If you are a loyal subscriber of mine, you will really appreciate that. If you are new, maybe you appreciate that as well and subscribe to get the notification. I'm not going to talk only about overcoming slow months in your dog walking business, but also about my business update. I want to do that every Saturday now, so we can actually start a little community here. We can start a conversation. You can put in the comments what you're dealing with. So I'm talking about a few main points I'm for that week, or I'm going to concentrate on, or I concentrated on. So I have the little notes here. That's the reason why I'm always a little bit looking to the right here. So let's talk about first overcoming slow months in dog walking, because I do want to give you always tips with that as well. So it's November. We're going to have 4 slow months ahead of us, slower for sure. November, December, January, February. It's kind of weird because December is such a huge, holiday month. But what I've seen, not as many people are traveling as they do in summer, because a lot of people are also staying home, of course, for Christmas and Hanukkah. So, and also in the winter, people don't move as much. So we don't have more dog walking requests, more new dog walking clients, meaning because in November, December, till April, I believe, it's just not, people are just not going to move as much in the winter. It's just not something you naturally think about. Oh, let's just move, in December. But if you're ever moving, I actually looked it up. Of course, the rates for moving companies are actually cheaper during those few months. So, okay. And also, in November, January, February, of course, you're not many people going on vacation, or necessarily maybe also looking for a new job where they maybe worked from home before, but then they figured, okay, I have a new job and I need a dog walker. So that's just not happening as much, at least in our business, as in other months. You can tell me your experience in the comments below. And okay, so what I would recommend, and you probably already know it, but I just still want to say it here, take the time, use that free time that you have of, not as much dog walks or cat sits, and create things. So create flyers, create lawn signs, create postcards that you can actually send. You don't even have to send it. You can just, with the lawn signs, you created once. We have 3 lawn signs that we created once, and we actually really have to get more. That's something I'm going to plan on for next week. And then you just put them out in front of your clients' homes 4 weeks at a time or 6 weeks at a time. Just ask them prior to it, and you can always reuse them. They really are... They're really pretty much weather resistant. So even if it snows on it, if it rains on it, just with big winds, you have to, of course, take them in. So postcards you can also hang on doors. You don't actually have to pay a service to mail them for you. And you can get really cheap postcards, like $350 or whatever, for, I don't know, $50 or something. I can't really remember how much we paid, but I can look it up too. And then also ask for reviews. I'm actually going to put that in my personal update in a little bit. I'm going to talk about the reviews because we had a huge success story in the last few weeks. So I want to let you know about it. And then also write blog posts. So do those things that you maybe don't even like. But maybe also those slower months will give you an opportunity to establish a routine, because a routine is just really important for Google, that it sees that you're always making updates to your website. It's really important to just get the ball rolling in order to get more client requests come in. So for example, if you ask frequently for reviews, you would just, the more you ask, of course, the more you're going to get in, the more Google likes that as well. So there are certain things that you can do, or post on Instagram more, take even older pictures and post them, make reels out of it. Don't just post pictures. I've actually noticed that. Do reels as well. That's just something, especially if you're a little bit more creative, you can hop on some trends and get those reels out. Okay, if you're struggling, okay, let me just grab a coffee. Okay, if you're struggling now financially, what I would recommend for the next year, like not the new year, but like the next year in general, right? Sit down and calculate the average you made from the last year, beginning November till the end of October it was, yeah. So always 12 months. You can also do that from January till December, but we're right now in the beginning of November. So whenever you're listening to that, just do it for the last full 12 months and calculate the average. Then take that average, subtract the usual expenses you have and taxes. Put the taxes away, of course, always. And then take that, average and always withdraw and take, deduct 10% of that. So, okay, let's just do an example. Let's just say you're making $10,000 a month, right? On average. And you can do that with 5,000. You can do that with 3,000. I'm just doing it to make it easy for me in my head, okay? So let's just say you're making $10,000 a month on average. You would deduct 2,000 for expenses, so that's 8,000, and then you deduct taxes from that. So that's like 2,400. 30% just about. So 8,000 minus 2,400 is 5,600. So you take that 5,600, deduct 10%, so that's about 5,000, and take out only those 5,000 every month. And what I recommend, even if you're doing better, if you're seeing you're doing better, if you can survive on the 5,000 a month, then still go ahead with that for like the next 1.5 years until you really see that your business is bringing in on average like 20% more than last year. Something where you can really count on. So this way, when you have like a really, really good summer month, for example, like you're making 12,000, like let's say, you're still only taking those 5,000. And those are just really made up numbers. I'm not saying you all make $10,000 a month and you don't have to. You're not behind if you don't do that. I just want to, just for my math, just so I can easily do math here as I'm filming this. Okay, so always just take those 5,000 out. So we have to kind of get used to it, I think, in our dog walking businesses, not just take out whatever we're making, but we have to get used to a certain number that we're always taking out at the end of the month or the beginning of the month, and we can only deal with that. And then once we see, okay, we're making more on average, we can take out more and more. But that also ensures that you have enough money for marketing. Because once you actually get a little bit bigger, you make more money. You also don't want to hit the pavement and put postcards on doors because it just takes so long, and you will be busier with with other things. So you need to set yourself up for success so you can actually pay like maybe a billboard or pay for Google Ads and so on. So just set yourself up for success and try to do that. If you can do it already now and you look at the past 12 months, take off, the 10% of your take home, and then just really start giving yourself only that. It will be just way better for your financial budgeting, for your financial planning. And yeah, so I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments below if you have another way to actually deal with those slow months. But really, in the end, advertising is really what counts in the end. And especially if you still do your own dog walking, cat sitting, when you see clients, just tell them about it, that, to leave a review, to not just leave a review on Google, but maybe also Nextdoor and Yelp. And also, let them know that you have an open spot and that they can let their neighbors know, and so on. Okay, so there are ways to actually increase your income, maybe not right now, but for the next few months then. All right. So my personal update. How far are we? Okay, 10 minutes. All right. I hope you're still with me. And yeah. All right. So first of all, I actually have to, for next week, I have to do the for Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. It all sounds a little bit shady, but it's not. I've actually researched it. I don't know if you guys got a notice. I just got it like 3 weeks ago or something, that I have to file a beneficial ownership information report, and I just want to make you aware of it. If you haven't done that yet, for new businesses, I think it was due January 2024 something, and I think for older businesses, but I can be completely wrong, okay? But I'm pretty sure I have to do it because we're in business for 10 years. We have to do it by the end of 2024. So I'm going to do that next week. I want to show it to you real quick. There you go. That is, that's the website where you have to file a report. They basically just want to know who is owning the business and who has to say in the business financially as well, because they want to combat money laundering more and more. I mean, obviously that's a problem. So that's one of the things I have to do next week. Then, we're up at least 20% from the previous year, which is amazing. I'm going to do a bookkeeping because I'm actually doing my own bookkeeping, even though I have, employees and everything. But I do like to do my own bookkeeping because it doesn't really take that much. I do it every quarter, just about. I mean, now I'm behind. I'm actually doing it for October now, for the last 4 months. Which I think is fine. I mean, I still know what's coming in, what's going out. But I'm going to do a bookkeeping, and then I'll let you know what the numbers are. Let me know your numbers. Are you up again? I mean, we've had really trouble during Corona, of course, and then after it was very slow too. Way slower than I was hoping for, of course. If you're already longer in the business for at least 4, 5, 6 years, let me know how it's with you and are things picking up again for you. We have been really concentrating on hiring, getting more people in. Me and my business partner, I'm always talking about, because it's owned 50-50, our dog walking business. So so we have been paying more employees. We have been taking him more out of the business. I'm pretty much completely out because I moved to Germany. I just do all the administrative stuff and management stuff. So we're working on that, getting more people and replacing ourselves more and more. But of course, that also means less take home for us. So, which is fine, because we're actually growing the business to a point where we just don't have to necessarily be there for the day-to-day activities. But we're still there for the most of it. All right, so next Saturday there will be a better update on that one. Also, reviews. I've actually started doing on a schedule where I ask 3 clients per week for a review. And I don't just ask them, like I used to do it, to where I asked them, can you do a small favor for a business, for a small business of ours? Kind of like saying, oh yeah, we're just a small business, can you support us? That doesn't really work so well, I have found. So what works better for me is that I ask cat sitting clients right after the cat sit, when it's like a 1 or 2 weeks long cat sit. And for the 2 weeks, for really all of the cat sits, they have already been clients with us for a little bit. So they've at least booked already 2 service periods before I ask them. But I do it literally the same day when they come home. So I first make sure that they came home and the pet is in their care again. And then I ask them and, have them ask them to submit a review for us as a team. That also works really, really well. If you have a team, don't just do it for the business because it's so impersonal, but as a team. Okay. So I got, out of 9 that I asked, so I implemented the strategy in the last 3 weeks, I got 5 reviews, which is huge. So we're actually above 25 reviews finally. I'm always if you see all my other videos and my teachings, I always talk about reviews. You need more reviews. And I was kind of stuck at 23, 24 reviews for many years, because it's just between 21 and 25, because people not often leave necessarily reviews themselves. You just have to ask. And there's nothing wrong with that. And but I was always happy because I was always the business in my area that had pretty much the most reviews, so I was still okay. So I kind of got lazy with that, but now I'm gonna be full on it. Yeah, it would be. I'm really envisioning to have 50 reviews by, I don't know, spring next year, which would be really awesome. So I just keep asking and asking. Okay. Let me know your updates. Again, I just really liked for that video on Saturday to really start a conversation. And I'm also going to bring in comments in this video. I'm going to do it in a second. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any comments that can help you help other dog walkers, I will highlight them, of course, too, because there's still many things that I just don't know. So and I can learn from dog walkers that have been in business for 2 or 3 years. Maybe you just have a certain marketing method that really works that I haven't really thought of, or maybe implementing a certain marketing method in another way. So, okay, next point. Okay, so there was a question I received on one of my other videos, and I want to answer that. Okay, so that was 10 months ago, but I do want to get into detail answering that question. I actually answered that person back then right away, and it really helped her. But we have the holidays coming in, Christmas, and I do want you to be fairly compensated, okay? So do you think 50% surcharge over holiday periods is fair? I was going to do Christmas 22nd, December 3rd, January, charging times 1.5 rates. Hold on. Okay. So what I did say to that, and I'm still saying that, yes, it's absolutely fair, because if you actually see normal, cashiers at Target, they're also getting 50% more on holidays, and it's really only fair. So by law, I don't actually think you have to give 50% more if you have employees. No, I actually know that for sure. You don't have to do that if you're under a certain sized business. But don't quote me on that. I would have to look it up. I just know that we don't necessarily give 50% more to our dog walkers, but we still give them a substantial amount more. But we do charge 50% surcharge because it's, first of all, you probably make yourself available as a business owner, even if you have employees. So it's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming too, right? It's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, and you're still like, okay, is the dog walker really showing up? If there are any last minute requests, if there are any issues with the pets before they leave, you still have to answer, right? But it's a holiday. You want to be there for your family and not just be in your business like you're so many days out of the year. So 50% surcharge is certainly fair. We actually charge a little bit more than that. We charge a flat rate of $20 per visit more, and we do that for cat sits, and we also do that for dog walks. It's just what we do. We charge for weekends $10 more because it's also the weekend. So you have to draw lines in your business. Because you also know when people go on vacation, they're going to spend more. They're going to spend more for their hotels, for their flights, for their car that they're gonna rent. So it's something our clients are expecting, and it's fair to you, because if you could also say like, okay, I'm not going to be available on holidays. I'm not going to be available on weekends. And then the clients that are really, really trusting, that have huge trust in you, they would have to look for another dog walker, cat sitter, and they might be already full at that time anyway, because it's just, spots are just filling up. So it's also supply and demand. But you're actually making yourself available. So the right clients, they will be probably, oh my God, thank God they are available, because I only want, my pet in the care of my pet sitter dog walker that I usually trust. So yes, it's definitely fair. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Do you have a complete opposite opinion? Do you charge something differently? You also have to see if you don't charge extra, or if you don't charge that much. I hope you're charging at least extra. It might also be a mindset thing. It's in the end, we're a business. It's not about, it doesn't reflect your personal value. Sometimes we have maybe problems with seeing ourselves worth for more money, but that's just something you have to really work on yourself. And I'm actually, let me see real quick. I'm actually really recommending to overcome this issue, this book here. I'm also going to make a video on the books that I highly recommend and that helped me. So it's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T.R. Harv Eker. If you want some really good reading on that subject. And yeah, you have to sustain your business, and you cannot expect your employees, even if you don't have employees yet, you already have to implement a certain standard within your business. But once you actually have employees, you cannot expect them to work on Thanksgiving and even the day of Thanksgiving and after, and Christmas and Hanukkah. Well, we actually don't even charge more, but sorry about that. But for Christmas, you cannot expect them to work for the normal rate. You have to give them a little incentive. So just like you would treat your employees, you should also treat yourself. Okay. So this is for this question. And also, I did receive 2 comments that I really appreciated. And I also just want to check up Jackie. Thanks a bunch. I'm following all your videos for support and awesome videos. That was under way different videos 9 months ago. Thanks so much for the much needed advice, as I'm hoping to start my business by early April. Jackie, if you're watching this video, did you start it? How did it go? How is it going? Can I answer any questions for you? So yeah, so this is really it. Let me know. As I already said it multiple times, I just really want to start a conversation. I'm not doing it for the algorithm or whatever. I just really want to get to know you. I want to get to know your business, what you're working on, what wins you have. I shared my win. And yeah, let's do this every Saturday so you know what to expect. You can just grab a coffee and just snuggle in a little bit. And for the next 20-25 minutes, just listen to at least what I have to say and then just give your 2 cents, okay? Next up is I'm going to blend in the video. Right here, how to get more clients. I filmed this video last week, and so far it seemed to have helped some people, so I hope it helps you as well. I wish you a wonderful day, no matter if it's Saturday or not, and much success in your dog walking business, and I will see you in the next video.